Memory is just a muscle and it grows stronger and stronger with use. Hi, I'm Grace, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 simple tips to help boost your child's memory. Since these tips are universal, I feel that they don't just work with one child, but every child out there. So watch this video until the end and I promise it will be worth your time. So the first tip is to simply add a tune and sing. I know this tip is very simple, very basic, but I can tell you how magically things get glued to our brain when we add a tune to the list of things that we want to memorize and sing.
There's nitrogen and helium and lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon everywhere, nitrogen on.
Have you ever thought how a human brain manages to memorize lyrics to a complicated song in no time, but has some real issues, memorizing a phone number which is 10 digits? Have you ever thought about it? I have thought about it many times, and the only sensible answer that I could arrive at was one has a nice ring to it and the other doesn't. So it is boring, and our brain has some real issues taking in that boring piece of information. So the secret to tricking a human brain to encode information faster, store it longer, and easily retrieve it later is to simply add a tune and sing. We are so fortunate to be living in the present time because we can find songs to anything and everything. But for some reason, if you can find a song to something that you're looking for, simply add your child's favorite tune and sing.
8, 4, 6, 7, 6, 4, 3, and now you're on a 38 and 32, now you're through.
The second tip is to get the child's body moving. Have you ever heard of Jim Quick? He is one of the world's famous memory experts. This guy is mind-blowing. Trust me, put him in a room, throw random numbers at him, and he would be able to memorize as well as recite the numbers forward and backward in no time. But while growing up, he was labeled a child with a broken brain. So how did he get from being a child with a broken brain to one of the world's famous memory experts? I guess it is because he realized that memory does not belong to that one child who scores all A's in school or the child who's labeled highly intelligent, but it is every child's birthright. And so I believe he got to work out his memory muscles diligently. Anyone said that as the body moves, the brain grooves, meaning when we physically move, our brain is at its peak state. So instead of just sitting down, trying to break open the thick skull to send in information, let's take our children out on a walk. Let's kick stones, dance together, and play some fun games, and get our children hopping and jumping, giggling and laughing. And boy, before we are done with our walk or with our game, our children's brain would have taken in most of the information. A bonus tip is to combine tip 1 and tip 2, which is sing together when we get the child physically moving. The third tip is to use visual aids. Studies show that human brain processes visual information 60,000 times faster than text. So if you're talking about solar system, playing a short clip on solar system makes a huge difference. Because let's get real, neither you nor I have seen the solar system, but every time we think of solar system, what comes to our mind first? The interesting article that we read on solar system last week, or the picture of a yellow circle with those 8 colorful circles around it? The picture, right? So it is obvious that our human brain likes images best because it stores information in images. So apart from visual aids, the other thing that we can do is to tell stories, especially when we help them learn about abstract things like letter formation or phonic sounds, whatnot. Because when we tell stories, what we are actually doing is we are helping them create a mental picture, which greatly helps improve memory. The fourth tip is to help make associations. We all know that a human brain operates in a sequence of associations. So helping a child make associations with the things that the child has already learned before makes a hell of a lot of difference. For example, if the child has trouble memorizing that Tokyo is the capital of Japan, but the child knows the song, "Do you need a tow truck to tow your car?" Singing, "Do you need a tow truck to tow your Tokyo? Tokyo's the capital of Japan." Well, this might seem silly, but what we are actually doing is we are helping the child associate the song, "Do you need a tow truck to tow your car?" with Japan towing Tokyo, which is its capital. With this example, not only are we using tip number 4, that is associations, But we are also using all the other 4 tips. We are singing, we are getting our child physically moving by doing some action, doing actions of tow truck, towing the car. And also we are building a mental image of a tow truck towing a car, Japan towing Tokyo, which is silly, and so it is fun. So that brings us to our tip number 5, which is make learning fun. Many of us confuse learning with academics. The first thing that comes to our mind when we think of learning are those boring math classes and those horrible assignments that we got to write as kids. But learning does not always have to be so boring. It can be so much fun when there is fun involved. Since every child is unique, only the parent knows what the child truly enjoys. So let's do something, anything to get our children giggling and laughing. Let's not focus on teaching. Let's focus on having fun. Let's focus on creating those emotions responsible for memory, and everything will fall into place. So those are the 5 tips. I sincerely hope you found this video useful. If you did, then show me some love by liking this video and also share this video with your friends. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I will see you all again in my next video. Till then, take care and bye for now.